memuwe na wanu wende bono tusa memuwe una memuwe jebono memuwe una memuwe jebono memuwe ah jebono ah jebono memuwe jebono metusana jebono metusana jebono metusana ya kaina wala de la diamana ya kaima wala de la diamana ibentona jebono ibentona jebono ibentona jebono metusana we metusana we metusana Bono kwa we dunya late mai wete bono late mai wete bono late mai wete bono na me mai la je bono na me mai la wete bono je bono late mai wete bono una je bono una je bono una je bono ala mono wote bono tusa na me mala keti abentuona ebuya wote bono koe je bono kena kamela
Basio. Se wana kwela moe.
Wana kwela. Aletona wana kwela.
Ni maname wana kwela moe.
Wana kwela. Aletona wana kwela.
Sama yiwa kama wewe ayiwa.
Wana kwela. Aletona wana kwela.
Tome sale wana kwela moe.
Wana kwela.
Paga paga.
Aletona wana kwela.
Elo ye wana kwela.
Wana kwela. Aletona wana kwela.
Elo we kwenu wana kwela.
Wana kwela. Aletona wana kwela.
Look at what they kwela yiwa. Ah, na brale we go mubanya o. Se wana kwela kwanu. Liba na zenu wana kwela kwanu. Se ayiwa kaba we go ayiwa. Kaya kaba we go ayiwa.
Somewhere walk on with yes yama. But I can't go keep you do. Fire da. Kapa wai go do go by ya. Wana kwela. Aletona wana kwela. Mama kapa do go by ya na. Wana kwela. Wait, aletona wana kwela. So ayimu wana kwela. Aletona wana kwela. Mema yawa wana kwela. Mawe kore wayenya. Wai bana sano kasaya kapotu. Wana kwela. Kadia kaporusu. Aletona wana kwela. Wana kwela, wana kwela, wana kwela, wana kwela, wana kwela, wana kwela, wana kwela. So, kangrebo komuna bounce kwa nontua. Tengrebo yikanga. Baida upo kwa umba. Senya no bianga. Grena ka konsu ya no bianga. Grena na boka we. Pande boda die yara yiko. Wewe kama kwana watangwa kiwa kanu aluya kiwa kanu aluya kwarugera 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 pawoduwa kwarugera kwarugera pawoduwa ne maisha kukajenza tu yipata duwa ne maisha kukajenza tu epura kawe kamera kwena kono sasa katane sasu ya wokano kwa sasu kwarugera
Aya na no dua. Abayimo.
kwarugera
Na iwa tebe ko wa.
kwarugera aletona kwarugera
Emma we kaba wenu wano na.
kwarugera aletona kwarugera
So wa ye kaba we ko ayiwa.
kwarugera
Kaba we kaba we ko
aletona
ayiwa.
kwarugera kwarugera
Kaba me kwela so me kanyaso. Kaba we ya kwela so me kanyaso. Paga paga. Sino wa me wo ka kwela wo ka tuwa. Sino wa me wo ka kwela wo ka. Na ya ko me wa ko tu wo ko na. Walo apiege. Walo piege kaba we ko piege na. Walo basa beso. Sade me puisa. Kweno kanu ko sade ne kwaso. Kaba yi mo kaba we ko ayi o. Walo kwela. Mama daddy we want to come and trato. Daddy so daddy we uso. Ah marina why? Mama mother uso ya. Let's go lume. Migi we lume. Kwa we kwena. Mama we lega. Ayiwa kama we
kwarugera aletona kwarugera
Kombu webo ni ma nothing kwarugera.
kwarugera aletona kwarugera
Yanya o.
kwarugera
Yanya o wanna gane yanya o. Kero gane wanna kabwe yanya o.
kwarugera
Mama longa yanya o.
kwarugera kwarugera
Mama gane ma anyway bagera.
kwarugera kwarugera
Kokwa logana turo we gbe kwarugera. Kwarugera kwanui.
ah mayata welu talk away let's go away Quadra, 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 Papa, why you the one and so that Quadra, Mama, we're going Quadra, you know we're going Quadra. Sorry, Santa said, look at the
Waka you a winner, you a winner. Waka you a winner, you a winner. Waka you a winner, Waka you a winner, you a winner. You are born to a winner, you a winner. Mr. Daniel getting a class from Sana Etam, Lower Bon County. This song dedicated to Honorable Joseph Nyuma Boaka and Honorable Jeremiah Bankun, the incoming president for Liberia.
Waka you a winner, you a winner. You a winner, you a winner. Liberian says you a winner, you a winner. The Lufian say you a winner. Our funky say you a winner. Everybody say you a winner, Baba. The Lord has ordained you to win. No demon can stop it. No devil can hold you. We know what we say. We know what we've been seeing. So you a winner. Getting high in the country, no hair, no day. So we say you will winner. Honorable Boaka, he has so many experience, he has so many connections, he has so many people. So he will winner. You like it, you not like it, he will winner. Kaga wetoma kwandele Honorable Joseph Nyuma Boaka ta kwambro ta humbukro ita lunga humbukro. You a winner, you a winner. Honorable Joseph Boaka, God again na nguma boga nanga we. You a winner, kwa kuweka toto. Honorable Joseph Boaka program. Well, I got there again. Good morning, die. Come on, good way. Many bomb, no man, if I lose Jabrangala, Kabaga, you know, and Baba, I'm waiting like girl. We are getting Yabu, you are getting the Honorable Joseph Boaka, where you are. Bongane blood, I would die way. Lower blood, I would die way. Sando County, my Guinea, Grand Basso, Mosoralo, Patopo.
Waka you a winner, you a winner. Waka you a winner, you a winner. Waka you a winner, Waka you a winner, you a winner. You are born to a winner, you a winner. Fellow Liberian, listening to Daniel getting Kakla. This is not about personal issue. We need to hold together and rescue this country. Just look around. Our country in a bad condition, just killing our young people, false promises, mysterious death. I think you know for yourself that you are really claiming Lala. I don't need to tell you. You know what I'm talking about. So this is about our country. This country needs change. I'm not talking about
rescue nation will win. Baka will win, oh. Baka will win, oh. Everybody knows say Baka will win. Hey, Baka will win. Everybody knows say that Baka will win. Baka will win, oh. Baka will win, oh. Everybody knows say that Baka will win. Hey, Baka will win. Breaking heart, breaking heart. Kaya pepe, breaking heart, breaking heart, breaking heart. Break the babu down, the babu down. Break the babu down, 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 down. Break the babu down, the babu down. Break the babu down, 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 down. Give them pressure, give them pressure. Baka give them pressure, give them pressure. Baka give them pressure, give them pressure. Baka give them pressure.
Our people, let it go, let it go, let it go. We want the puppet our our people. We die with the killing, we die with the suffering, we die with the hardship. We don't want no more beating, we don't want no more fighting. Resolution here with freedom. Now the puppet we want.
When you up, you are up, and when you down, you are down. When you down, you are down. When you down, you are down. When you up, you are up. When you up, you are up. When you up, you are up. You be, you be, you be, you be, you be, you be. Awa, awa, you be awa, awa, you be awa, awa, you be awa.
Bridges that you're going to construct, and we cap it in the budget. When you do that, there's no way that the Minister of Public Works will go sit somewhere and say, I'm using the money for Tapeta when it was not appropriated for Tapeta. It has never. But we have reneged on our responsibility and just giving 25 million, 30 million for road maintenance. Where are they doing the road maintenance? And we saw the road fund Director General here the last time. Why are they giving community groupings 15,000, 20,000, and they are nowhere to be found? I think I raised a couple of issues when they appear. That's a way to funnel the money to smaller groupings that they have interest in. They are not doing anything in some of the counties. So if we have to be serious, let us cap the road fund based on needs across the country. Ministry should not come and say the 25 million.
Gentlemen, this is a very serious issue. Your packet talking.
The reason why I thought was
Kefason.
Well, I just want to say hi to everybody on the platform, and I will get our audience listen. And I just want to announce that we're on Hard FM, True FM, Puma FM in Bomi. The Liberian people listening. But let me say this. You know, in politics, one thing we have to keep is integrity and truth and respect to everybody. I underline the word truth so much that we will never sit on the sideline for people to lie. Mr. Moderator Tommy George, I will ask you to give me the time to speak the truth to the Liberian people. To speak the truth to the Liberian people. Let the Liberian people listen to the truth. The reason I'm doing this, because I witnessed 250,000 people die in our country based on lies. And I will ask you, Mr. Tomlin George, as a moderator of today, I will plead to you, give me the chance. You know, we build this platform and not by decree. We build this platform for the Liberian people. Nobody.
We want to talk about the state of the race and trending issues. So I don't know what you want to do at the end, or you want to do it now? I don't know.
I will do it now, Tomlin.
Okay.
Thank you, Tomlin George, as a moderator, to give me the chance to speak on this issue. Before I start on the issue, I will call on producer back to play this video to set the premise of what I want to speak on. The reason I'm saying this, I'm calling on, I will quote from that you're not allowed by the words of Jose Yuman Bokai.
Disarm fighters, hold elections, democratic elections, turn over to the democratically elected government, and your mission, your mandate is done. Purify went beyond, enter into concession agreements and obligated Liberia and the people of this country to meter steel for 25 years. You got 2 years mandate. You obligating the country to 25 years. And especially so that your mandate is specific. So, when George Weah took over in 2018, he found on a lot of entities of government having tenure. RRA, the Ravos International Airport, Maritime, Liberia Telecommunications Authority, National Lotteries, and NASCOP, the National Social Security Welfare Corporation, all these institutions, they just granted tenure on the last days of Manasseh Leaf. They just granted tenures. And so when George Weah took over, he said, people in those tenure positions with the early Johnson Sirleaf concept tie a hand from putting his quote-unquote right kind of people in those places to fight for his vision in keeping with his pro-poor agenda. The first thing he sought to do was to ask the legislature to repeal tenure from all tenurized positions with no exceptions. And some of us were just elected just around that time, and we had to fight it. Because if you say we should remove tenure from all tenurized positions on entity of governments that were established by the legislature, including the ones that were constitutionally established, it was troubling because Elections Commission is established by the Constitution. It has tenure. The legislature decided that it will be governed by tenure so that people who are there cannot feel intimidated and with political intrusions. They can work believing and knowing with confidence and courage that they're on this job and they are independent on the job because they don't serve at the pleasure of a particular president. Central Bank. The president wanted the legislature to remove tenure from Central Bank so the people at Central Bank could serve at his pleasure. The president wanted GSC, the General Auditing Commission. Tenure should be.
And then Koji was given what he needed to carry out the operation and ensure that Mr. Innes was silenced for good. Before that happened, Mr. Minister went to the president, like I said before, but the president made an interesting remark that told indirectly or directly, Mr. Minister, you have to take care of this thing permanently. He said, I don't want to hear about this money anymore, this map-up exercise. You have to find a permanent solution to it. I don't want to hear it anymore. And when the minister left, Mr. President, he went straight to Jefferson Koji and they hatched the plan. The police director had his 15,000. So as soon as Mr. Innes got at the minister's residence, he sat down and the minister said, I'm going upstairs. I will see you later. I'm coming back. As soon as the minister left, the assailants got involved. They were waiting to carry on the hit. And they beat on Mr. Matthew Innes, broke some of his bones, crushed his fingers, beat him mercilessly. They beat him. And when he was weak and overpowered, they injected him with some substance to disable him so that he wouldn't be effective. That's the kind of man he is. He was in a position of, in law, we say, suspended son. He did a lot of killing in Sino County. He's a very dangerous killer. He entered there and carried out the operation. When he entered the house, he had nothing on his feet, and he had no top, no shirt, no dress, no nothing. And he entered with short pants. The intention was to sodomize. That was the plan, to sodomize the justice. When he got in, the reaction of the child who tried to prevent him, the children who tried to prevent him from entering her private premises, he killed one and wounded the other. And when he got in as far as the justice, she had a pepper spray. And that was her last defense. She sprayed him a lot. And so his plans was aborted. He didn't succeed in doing what he wanted to do. The children got injured, and I think she was touched a little bit. But Jefferson Koji is the one who ordered that hit on Justice Weah Muscat. And as we all have realized, killings have gone on. We have reports that we have timing when to release. The 3 missing boys, that one was directly done by President Weah himself. The killing of Banten Yinsua was done by agents of the very Huji. We have a full comprehensive report on that. And the killings go on and on. It's a sad state for our country. There's a lot that needs to be done. We hope that the international community will come in and do what they have to do. But reports have been ready. Reports have been sent out of the country already. And I'm just going through the synopsis. Who, when, where. Most of the things we haven't found out is the objective. Except they are just killers who believe they have to kill. We are still investigating the motives and the objectives. We don't have much.
So,
but with respect to... Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Councilor, we would like to have the opportunity to just ask you at least one question each. How do you know this, Councilor? How do you know that Koji has some sort of connection to this killing? How do you know this?
There are 2 things. We will be asking government for an investigation, an independent inquiry into all of these deaths. We have the evidence. We are on the ground. We monitor movements on the ground. We have people within the government state apparatus who communicate with us, and we verify. We do not rely on one evidence from one person. We verify most of what we say, and that's how we get to know. There are a lot of things going on that we monitor when it comes to corruption, human rights violation, and crimes against humanity. We monitor them very closely.
Thank you, Councilor. Honorable Falcon, do you have a question for the Councilor? You muted. You muted.
You are muted, Falcon.
It said, you can tell who they wants the name. Is it Vanny or Valley Taylor?
Varlee, Valley.
Valley Taylor.
Not Taylor, but Taylor. Taylor, Tellah.
Oh.
He is the deputy for operation at Memorial City Hall Police.
Okay. He once was with the Ulimoke and the ATU, as we know now.
The ATU, yes. He did a lot of killing in Sano County.
And like you said, you don't know what the motive is. The motive is not clear, but you are confident enough that it was Jefferson Koji that ordered the hit.
Precisely. And I'd like to add that Jefferson Koji wasn't satisfied with the work. He refused to see the guy after the work was done, and he paid him off through a third party. And he told him specifically that he wasn't sent to kill a child. He had a target. And killing an innocent baby is not part of his work. It was not part of his mission. So Jefferson Koji refused to meet the guy, and they had this altercation. and Koji sent his balance money to a third party who delivered it to him.
Wow. The officers of the headquarters of police, now you are here before journalists. What have you to say concerning such allegation?
Thank you very much. The information are circulating around that is my knowledge. I'm not knowing nothing about what we for the first, which is the 21st, we went to City Hall, House of Court, and not live on that radio anywhere. Then what I get information through the media, so our or killing or someone.
Have you had an interaction before?
No, I'm not know the woman first before. I know I live there.
What specifically did the police ask you about when you went in there?
Oh, the police only tried to get information from me, what I did, what we on, probably. I show the place where I live there. And no one told that woman first before.
There are a lot of people that work at the measure to somebody threatening the president.
No, I said no test.
What are you about to claim? You threatening him?
No, I don't know.
Is that your account or is a false account?
But a false account.
Which one of private do you live?
Can you clarify to Liberians? You made a statement that you teach a school and you teach students, right? And you also said that you spend bulk of your time at the Monrovia State Corporation. So how do you reconcile that statement?
Oh, you know, at the time I was teaching in Banjo, my brother was in Banjo. I lived there. 2010 to this time. From I learned to Broadville, basically, I lived basically. West South in Abuno first, and we from there go to my house. I live 7th Street of Christopher. I go teach my brother and help the children teaching that's on the track.
I'm telling you, what is this costing you as an imam? Or is it costing you?
I've been teaching the Arabic children.
Are you moved by this allegation, or you think it's just something of propaganda that they want to say against you because you are working with the mayor who happens to be one of the major players in the government?
Yeah, but I believe it's a propaganda because the mayor tried to get my profile to councillor. So Sheikh Sakor.
Okay.
How do you know that? Sheikh Sakor been with me from 1994. Sheikh Sakor is a PM black money man in Guinea. He do a business in Guinea. He escaped from Benjamin in 1994. I don't know Sheikh Sakor. He went war with me from 1994 to 1995. The April 6th, we worked to Liberia. And you and myself will do a common business. I don't know if they are going from nowhere that Sheikh Sakor, who my hand came into coaching. Show me to coach you at the time. That's a relationship between me and Sheikh Sakor. I don't know coaching from nowhere.
Tari, do you have firearm in your possession?
Nothing. That firearm, you see me in our vest. And in the vest, set in car. At the time, World War II, 2003. That is.
Yes, okay, before
the Monrovia City Police Director said that was 1994, and you are saying it's 2003. That's a big gap in the year.
So tell
ask me.
Yeah. So please.
Okay. So tell it.
Yes,
okay.
Sir, the time.
So Vali, as we conclude this interview, what have you to say to Liberians?
Please, yes, sir, Vali. The question is, you just said it was 2003, and the Monrovia City Police Director said it was 1994. So how can you commensurate those two differences in the time? Following your Facebook post.
Do you have a problem with your eyes? Do you have a problem with your eyes?
I have a problem because of accident.
Since when have you been facing a problem with your eyes?
Accident on my face.
Since when?
It happened in 1994.
Since 1994?
1994 when we were just in Banga.
Was it because you didn't attend your daughter's naming ceremony because it's alleged that your eyes were the issue that you didn't attend your daughter's naming ceremony on the 26th of February? No. Did you attend your daughter's naming ceremony, sir? You did not attend. Why?
Okay.
Following your Facebook post.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Is it having any negative impact on your family? Are they telling you that, oh, because people alleging they come into our house, they're doing this, they're doing that? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
In what context? In what context?
How well do you know your son?
I know my son very well. Besides that, he's been a teacher, teaching. He's got a school that he's teaching, where he also lead prayer with people. What exactly does he teach? Where exactly does he teach? He teaches Islamic doctrine. Can you cite some of the Islamic doctrine? Can you cite any Islamic doctrine that you teach?
Okay, so let's ask Mayor Koji, even though we need to manage to ask you, you've come to the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. The police said they were giving some amount out for maybe anyone giving information and everything. First of all, what do you make of this invite along with your lawyers here today?
Well, thank you. You see, the lawyers here should not talk. You stay. I know you didn't want to scary or all kind of thing.
Are you scared?
I think the lawyer there will be a sufficient thing. As a former student activist, and there with a couple of issues that face. I feel very saddened for the loss of the lady. I have fled struggle in this country when a little girl was gruesomely murdered. And, it took me back to 2007 when
I'm not reconciled. I do not think a war crimes code for Liberia would be the best thing. We are a very small country made up of less than maybe 4 million persons. And the interrelatedness of the families are so tight. If you drag one person to court, the families that are attached, it will just have a ripple effect. Of course, the war didn't come out of the sky. There were shortfalls in previous governments that created a platform that people felt they had no other option, and it escalated in what we had. And whether you were involved fully in arranging the war, whether you sat on the side and say, hey, I'm not a part of what's going on. We've all played a role somehow. And I think we should just leave it where it is and move forward. How do you ensure that whether you live here or whether you live somewhere else, there's safe drinking water and there's electricity and that there are jobs? I think that's where our energies need to be. It can no longer be about the past. I would hate to see a war crimes code brought to Liberia. It will not reconcile us. It will not bring back the past. It will not pay for the destruction.
Talking about. So Amos Weah is the Secretary General of the Unity Party, just from the Morova Central Prison where Councillor Gloria Musu's car is taken. How you doing, Chief?
We're not doing good.
You were in there for some time, and you came out without Councillor Scout. What is going on?
Well, the point, the government has succeeded, and the Unity Party believes strongly that this is a travesty of justice. We believe strongly that the government does not have evidence. So this is political entirely. From the day one of this case, there have been lots of multiple contradictions from one end to another, from the police to individuals in the cycles of the government. So from the day that they went to Gloria's house up to the time they started to chase her, to the extent that they should have done the arrest this morning so that justice is properly served, but they waited up to 4 o'clock just so that they can be able to achieve their motive of imprisoning her. So as a party, we believe strongly it's a travesty of justice, but at the same time it's important to let our people know that we stand firmly with Councillor Gloria's card from the day one of this case up to the end of this case, and we want to ensure that justice is properly served. But the other thing we also need to signal is the fact that we know that the government has lost the election, the 2023 election, the October election. And they know that Councillor Gloria Scott has been one of our lead defense lawyers in many of the different cases that the Unity Party has won. She even won cases on behalf of other individuals. Because of her experience in the legal system of the country, the government thinks that she needs to be broken down now. And by that, they will weaken our defense system. But it's important for them to know that any attempt for this government to thwart the democratic will of the citizens of Liberia, they will meet the strongest of resistance. That's what I can say to you.
When you say they intend to break her down, what do you mean?
When you imprison somebody, you despirit the individual. You demotivate the person. But from all indication, Councillor Scott is very strong. We just want to let our detractors to understand that. We just came from the prison with her. She is more than motivated. In fact, she was the one counseling us. She said, oh, it's okay.
In your opening statement, you said the government of Liberia, the government of George Weah has succeeded.
But which other government?
What do you mean when you say they have succeeded?
They've succeeded to pour her to prison. That's one of the things they wanted.
They succeeded in making the Liberian people feel that they're not worth to lead this country.
What do you mean when you say Liberian people feel that they're not worth?
Georgia is wicked. He's very evil. This country cannot take Georgia again. The Liberian people are resolved. We'll vote that man out of this country. He will not be in our seat. He doesn't deserve it. He has a wicked heart. He's vindictive. Anyone who is not in the CDC is a demon. The Liberian people are resolved. Joia must go. Thank you.
Chairman, there have been calls for investigation.
You know, my friend and brother, how you doing?
Life is better though. I've been sitting these long clips. I mean, sometimes they try to put me to sleep because nothing changing for the most part. But for me, life is better. That's all I can say.
Yeah, but let us start the discussion in this way. What is on your mind when it comes to our country, Liberia? What is on your mind? Before we dive into the topic, what is on your mind?
What on my mind right now is our country has gone deeper and continued to go deeper into the issue of zero integrity, zero interest for country, zero love for country, and zero for almost everything in our country when it comes to our leaders. I know we're going to the conversation, but sometimes it is not about lack of education though. Sometimes it's just simply greed for money that is causing us all of the troubles that we continue to experience in our national life. And so when I saw the senators arguing about passing a loan agreement at this time for just Weah cartel members, the last time the International Day Against Drug, Ambassador Barker did well, and we saw our President George Weah, the little known footballer who squandered his own football money, and Joel Howard Taylor, that John Charles Taylor in bed, killed our people. About 250,000 people got killed. Now, her only child living being on planet Earth is being disturbed as a result of proliferations of drugs, illegal drug. Her son is addicted because of drug. And during the day, declared by international community, supported by United Nations, to be able to fight folks that trade illegal drugs. Joel Taylor VP and the footballer sat on a couch using taxpayer money to carry on very challenge. Oh my God. You think Liberia will be better just now under these two people? Anybody who will have that thinking, you are dreaming, because they are not serious-minded people. They are cartel member number 1 and cartel member number 2. Indigenous looters leaders. That is who they are. Until we can remove them at the ballot box, I worry every single day. I try to fall asleep, but I cannot actually sleep. Because there are so many children today in Liberia, they not find food to eat because of presidential failure in our country under George Weah and Joel Taylor. That's my trending issues on my mind, AB.
You know, for me, I am so glad that the Liberian people were able to go in this way. I am glad that the Liberian people that they were able to vote George Manuel Weah. I am so happy. I am so happy that 2017 that George Manuel Weah came to the presidency. I am so happy. Now it is clear manifestation, vis-a-vis Koro, that the Liberian people, if their life was better 6 years ago or 5 years ago, then let them continue to vote for President George Manuel Weah. If the Liberian people wills, and their fathers and mothers used to come home with Papa and Mama coming with something, then I urge our Liberian people for them to be able to vote George Manuel Weah. Because to me, George Manuel Weah, he is doing his best. Yes. Look, you cannot force the man for him to do his best. This is why George Manuel Weah is noted for playing, lavishing money, lavishing our resources. That's what President George Manuel Weah is noted for. Taking in drugs. As I learned that when George Manuel Weah go to their Jamaica resource, people have to tow him to put him into his vehicle. Because the brother can be so sober. So if the Liberian people are happy with the way and present condition of their children, let them vote George Manuel Weah. Because our brothers and sisters, my brother, someone just sent me a clip of a young boy took in drugs. I don't know how they call that drugs, that new drugs. Cools. Yeah. The boy took in cools to the extent that the boy cannot even move. The boy cannot even move. If the Liberian people are happy, because you know, I said this on the very platform years back. I said it that George Manuel Weah, everything that this brother has put is his money and his resources in, has just gone down the drain. Everything. So again, we intend to blame our direct representations, our direct representative and senator. George Manuel Weah is not our problems. The senator and the representative, they are our major problems. Back to you.
All right, AB, thank you. We've been on here almost 1 hour, so we're gonna be snappy. We gotta go push our cartoons tomorrow, according to Fagon. But Fagon John, but he want John his own reliable information. Anyway, that's okay. Fundamental rights. So my people, tonight we got the topic tonight for conversation is Liberia Today Media, June 29, 2023 edition. Topic is trending political issue in Liberia. Under A, we got LACC Dissolution and Amended version. Under B, we got Liberian Senate pass new 4G. Probably 5G, but we'll take it for 4. New 4G loan agreement for President Weah criminal cartel member to steamroll. What is your take? That is our topic today. So first, it's just a appeal, okay? If you will call tonight, please stay within the confines of the topics. We got A and B. LACC and the new loan agreement, 4G. Even though it is not good for us, but the party because they give them money. So let us stay within the confines of the topics. A and B. Please, I beg you. So AB, you want to get started? Sometime AB, please, this is another appeal. We can always use the clips, but the main topic, somebody make an elaborate somebody had an elaborate conversation about the loan agreement. I wish we could play that audio a little more or video so our audience can get to understand what we're talking about. And then we get it going. Or maybe since we're already into the conversation, we can just keep it going. Is that which one you prefer?
Yeah, I prefer let's just play the little clip about senator from Bon County was explaining.
Yeah, let's just real quick, then we.
Bridges that you're going to construct, and we kept it in the budget. When you do that, there's no way that the Minister of Public Works will go sit somewhere and say, I'm using the money for Tapeta when it was not appropriated for Tapeta. It has never. But we have reneged on that responsibility and just giving 25 million, 30 million for road maintenance. Where are they doing the road maintenance? And we saw the road fund director general here the last time. Why are they giving community groupings 15,000, 20,000, and they are nowhere to be found? I think I raised a couple of issues when they appeared. That's a way to funnel the money to smaller groupings that they have interest in. They are not doing anything in some of the counties. So if we have to be serious, let us cap the road fund based on needs across the country. Ministry should not come and say the 25 million will decide one road will impact and will be impacted. No. In as much individuals county will have certain percentages, major corridors will have certain percentages because some of our partners will come and say I will do the Babul road. So if you cap the Babul road and then our partners come and take it, then of course it's difficult. You have to come for recast or whatever. So we leave room for percentage that will go to major corridor, and no corridor have to be named in the budget. And then the ones that will go to individual counties for road maintenance can also be there. So not to waste too much of our time, because the essence of making law is to realize the loopholes and then close them. Effective. But when we say
yeah, my friend and brother, that is all that I have. I think the senator was elaborating on that before he could be able to go on a loan agreement. But it is just what it is. Our country, I just feel bad and nasty for our country, Liberia. Every day and night, I feel bad for our country. What is the essence? What is so important that President Weah had to pass, that our senators, I should not say President Weah, that our senators need to pass, that our senator need to pass a loan. What is so important about this time, about that loan? What is so important? What it is so important that they must go to gold credit money, 64 millions. What is it so important that our country, Liberia, cannot be able to provide? You know, I said it to someone that President Weah, after the presidency, if President Weah is not rich, is not counted as one of the richest presidents ever, then there will be needs that will check him thoroughly. This president is all about corruption. But I don't blame him. I don't blame at all. I don't blame the president. I blame our law and our upper house. I blame our direct representations. I blame the people that we voted for to directly represent us. Those are the people that I blame. I don't blame President Weah. I don't blame him at all. I don't blame President Weah at all. Because our people, Our people got to be satisfied. A Liberian woman or Liberian man who will be working for $17 or $18, she will spend 10 to 20 years in a one position. But she will not want to go up, or she will not want to look for different ways. Our people got to be satisfied. Corruption has become the hallmark of our days. So for me, I will just talk here. I will talk here and I will talk. But if our people believe into themselves that the life that they live in today, it is better than 5 years ago, then let them vote in. The reason why I said President Weah is doing his best, as far as we're concerned, he is doing mess. But the President Weah and the other government official, he is doing their best by eating the Liberian people resources. What was the essence of dissolving the LACC? What was that essence? Again, I refer to our senators. What was the need for our senator? Our senator confirmed. Our senator confirmed. People. Our senator confirmed people who have tenure positions. Now our senator go back again and go dissolve people, some of those, in fact the entire board. How our people will look at our senators? How our people will look at our senators? But my friends, because this singer is getting me too annoyed.
I want to take it step by step. I'm going to start with LACC AB. You know, we are two on the show, but we got sometimes different way the way we get it going. And you just get used to that, okay? But before I get started with the conversation, let me be honest with you. We are in the Just Weah generation. We are part of that generation. I don't know your age, but I know my age. So we are generational members, and that's why we are doing what we are doing, okay? So let's go to LACC. We are not government people. We are people that sit here, we talk to try to educate you, share some information with you that you are not being able to get. Maybe you got it, but you didn't get it super right. So, and in addition to that, we are not the newsmakers. We are only spreading the news that they make. The people we elected, and we surrender our political rights to them to steer the affairs of our country in the positive manner. However, they are messing with us according to Takunje. But this is the thing. We were told by Weah-led government, they decided to dissolve the LACC to make it better. Regrettably, that is not the truth. Somebody that they thought was also part of their so-called professional port agenda and quote-unquote change for hope and hope for change that we have not seen yet was appointed as a chairperson or chairman, chief commissioner of LACC, Councillor Mountain. Regrettably, on their part, Councillor Mountain is a professional man, and he thought he was called to a duty to perform a piece of job on behalf of his country. So Councillor Mountain started doing his job by making sure to unearth every single corrupt behavior on the part of George Weah and his government officials. So they saw that as somebody who was out of the box. Because when you try to do it right inside the minds of seditions, including their chief looter, George Weah, and deputy looter, Joel Taylor, indigenous looters, it is like you are totally 360 degrees away from the realities of their thinking. Therefore, the only clever tools they could use was to make her to feel that they were dissolving the LACC and coming up with a new LACC that will have prosecutorial power. Maybe that word is too big. No disrespect to anybody. We want our audience to understand very well. The old LACC did not have any power to take people to court until Ministry of Justice failed to do so within 90 days. So we are in a government through Simon Toy went to work and came up with that new legislation to give them that power, but in real time, no power. Number one. Number two, you say all the other places, tell you now, and not okay. So the so-called Congress, House of Representatives, and the senators, they granted George Weah some opportunity to get rid of some of the tenures that the previous government passed, and some of it left on. LACC was one of them that left on. However, the person was appointed by George Weah. Anyway, now, Councillor Martins had to go after them on the basis of law. Even to think about 10 years passed by legislation or legislative action. They didn't even think about that. That the people here that the president appointed for 5 years, for example, the senators confront them, they need to get paid and they need to stay on the job until that 5 years is over, because it is tenure. Meaning when you are appointed, you stay there with good behavior, you're good to go. Boop. They deserve a LACC. Councillor Martina and other folks, especially be very vocal. He been on Spoon Talk, he been on other platforms. He even called for the protection of his life, and until they can kill him, he will not stop. In addition to going to the Supreme Court. Only because this man and his commission try to do their job on the basis of the law. So George Weah and his cronies now use former commissioners to come and say, oh, this thing is good, because they didn't give them the entire picture. The so-called House of Representatives and the senators, spineless, let me copy from my friend Dylan, they passed that law, that bill into law. Not even amending the LACC, but they dissolve it. Not having any regard for the war tenure. But let it go. If you give the people power, but you also remove all of the other teeth, other power that they had, that could lead to minimizing corruption in our country, in our public space. For example, this is what I read. The old LACC have power to come to the media anytime they want to come to the media to inform the Liberian audience and our international community partners about smoking pipe. There's a corruption somewhere. We are getting at them, and these are the people involved. That way, the people will not run away. Number two, they have the power to temporarily seize property that purported or corrupt money or proceeds was used to purchase that property. Another opportunity they have by law, they could move in through the support of the police to seize equipment that they thought has some probable information, and they could seize it and go into it and get it out, etc., etc. They remove all of that and give them power to prosecute. If you give them the power to prosecute, but they cannot even disclose to the public the person that's supposed to prosecute, where is the power? In the real sense of nationalism, love for country, and good governance, since the LACC did not have power to take people to court and tell Minister of Justice failed to do so in 3 months and give them the opportunity to go ahead on the basis of law, and you wanted that, amend the law and put that clause into it. It's done. But this is the thing. George Weah and Samuel Toy did not want to be prosecuted by LACC because their chairman is a no-nonsense chairman and he's a liar. So the only way we can stop him from doing that, let us dissolve it, and they succeeded dissolving the LACC. So the new LACC ain't got no teeth. Forget about that prosecution, they're never going to achieve it. How are you going to prosecute somebody that you cannot even disclose their name? How are you going to prosecute somebody when you cannot even seize their property? How are you going to prosecute somebody when they have sufficient proceeds as a result of stealing public money, and you can't do nothing, or you can't freeze the account of that person? They can use that stealing money to fight by the government. You can't even do that. How are you going to succeed with prosecuting them in court? But you see, the song singer say, if you want to have anything from Liberian people, put it in a book. Once you put it in a book, they will not see it again. It's gone. That's one aspect. Let me go to number 2, B. 4G. They don't call the name. I don't want to call the name because I'm still looking around there to see whether this company or this association is legit. But let's leave that. If you will have fundamental problem with outgoing president giving tenures to public corporation or integrated institutions to be independent, to void of politics, in the last few minutes of stepping out of power, I'm talking about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, for example, when Joe Weah took over, and they don't really talk about that a lot. This is not time to call my people. All right, so we got less than 4 months to elections. Whether you will win the election, let me borrow from Joel Taylor, God forbid, you will not win it, Joe Weah. Whether you will win the election, you will not win the election. The mandate is almost over. My people, for God in heaven's sake, the mandate is almost over. You committed a chairman for us. We gave you 6 years to carry us. We gave you budget for it. I mean, we gave you money for that job. You say, in fact, you collected so much money from community members' due payment. You get enough. Oh, God. You got 3 months to go. We're going to election to elect new chairman. Maybe we will elect you based on what you did. But just within that 3 months, you come in now to credit new money in the name of the community? Does that make sense to anybody? How can Samuel Toy say, we have never had any best president, we have never had any best government since 1847. George Weah is the best government. I mean, George Weah is the best president. Excuse me. George Weah government is the best, and we have never collected surplus money in terms of our budgetary system until this government we got surpluses in terms of collection of revenue, real money, but then we are crediting money from other people for the next decades of generations to pay back. And we got these spineless people, according to Dillon, useless people, according to myself, and people who got no semblance of integrity. They call themselves lawmakers. We sit over there and pass another loan that will be on our back that all of us will pay. Tomorrow morning, you want to send one car from America to Liberia, they will double charge you because of that loan. 65 millions plus another 25 million. So we went to war. Prior to war, we credited enough, according to our public records, over 4 billion naira on that small country, and we can't even see what those leaders in the past did with that money. President Sally and Joe Walker came, they worked around the block, they were able to get hold of our international communities, our creditors, to waive it under a specified pool grant established by international banking institutions, headed by World Bank. They call it HIPIC or whatever you call it. You want to tell me the next 5 to 6 years, just Weah will go into 2.5 to 3 billion again? But the next question is, what are they doing with the money that they're collecting and they told they're collecting more money? Number one. Number two, why are you leaving power for in real time the next 3 to 4 months? You will be out of power because we the Liberian people, we don't trust you anymore. You are a bunch of indigenous looters. What is so important attached to this credit that you need to take the credit card money at all costs and lay on us and turn your back to go sit down in France, because that's what you're going to do. You're not going to come to America. Either you go to France or you go to UAE and we'll say audit you. When catch away Joey, will bring you to Liberia. So my people, tonight it's just so simple. For me and AB, you just leave out of this. This is not our story. But these are not our stories. It is those stories are Liberian stories. These are Liberian stories. Life in Liberia is not changing for the better in the interest of the people.
No.
Life in Liberia is changing for the better in the interest of the people we surrender our power to. We are and the criminal cartel members.
Yep.
And every single moment of our national life, they are putting us into debt. And that is a fundamental reason why some of us decided to dedicate ourselves to this advocacy, 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours almost every day. The day you see us, you see us. The day you don't see us, you don't see us. We are sorry. But it is frustrating.
It is.
And so we want you to join us so that all of us can rally around to make sure to go to the ballot box and remove this bunch of criminals. It'll be back to you.
Yeah, so then you know, my friend and brother, you know, when I think about Liberia problems, it is so frustrating. It frustrates me every day. But we are not going to be deterred. So the number to call are 763 283 6903. Once more, the number to call are 763 283 6903. Or you can better call us on 267 938 2801. Once more, 267 938 2801. Or you can better call us on your WhatsApp on 215-266-6509. You know, Francis, we are doing our best. Nothing you can be able to achieve from us beside our best. That is why I said that President Weah is doing his best. But his best appears, it is in a public eyes like a pure mess. And it is a pure mess. It is. Keep your call coming out on 267-938-2801. Once more, 267-938-2801. Or you can better call us on 763-283-6903. That is the number to call to be part of the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show. Or you can better call us on your WhatsApp number on 215-266-6509. The numbers are printed on this podcast. Francis, back to you.
Yeah, so far so good, my brother. I think I'm going to do my brief commercial and we'll keep it going from there. Please share the show. That's how I appeal to you. Share the show, share the show, share the show, and share the show. Please try to do that for us. Try your possible best to share the show. So, like I was saying, AB, right? It is just sad. And let me just put it in the ears of our followers in the meantime. We went to Liberia. We participated in the voter registration process. I must say I registered to vote, just so you know. We did everything on our own, besides few people that sent our way $1 to $2 to help in the process. But I bought my own ticket this time around. I'm going back. We're going to come to you to ask you for help. We're going to do it. We got to rescue that country. Somebody said something, right? The person said, before you can fix it, you got to rescue it first. If you can't rescue it, then you can't fix it. Then another joke, I don't know whether it's a joke or it is real, maybe it's in the pipeline. Ain't no the LACC TV online. Are you there, AB?
Yeah, I'm here.
A papa on my phone, right? A papa on my phone before I left from work. About our brother Costa, right? Henry Costa. Henry Costa will be going as presidential candidate on ALP ticket. He already selected his vice presidential running mate, and they have two of them on LRB online TV. And they say holding all things constant, if everything works out well, the ticket will be named as Mercantor All 1 and Mercantor All 2. Mercantor All 1 and Mercantor All 2. Just like Fixer 1 and Fixer 2, right? Picking back ticket. But anyway, it is interesting. You know what? It is good. It is healthy. It is healthy. The latest conversation that I listened to that been in the corner, I'll talk about my commercial. I'm not doing that now, but it just hold your peace. It's because Mother Bio in Sierra Leone won election, George Weah will win election in Liberia. So I've been telling folks just out of the blue sky, I said, good luck to win. Good luck to George Weah. But the first question George Weah need to ask is, how many roads he have built? How much money he have dedicated to improve the life of Liberians in Liberia? He said we're not going to be spectators in our own economy, and so true, we are not. You see, everything just we are said got meanings. But people thought he meant well, but he didn't really mean well. We've been spectators throughout in our own economy. This time we are not spectators anymore on the George Weah. And you know what? It makes sense. If you are spectator, there's a possibility you go closer to the players. But when you are not spectator, you are not inside the stadium, right? You gotta be in the stadium before you are referred to as spectator. You have to have eyes to watch before you can be referred to as spectators. But when you don't have no opportunity to go closer to the stadium and you don't even have eyes to watch, then of course you're out. Because where we find these indigenous looters headed by Weah and Joel, you can't go closer that this is a woman. Traditionally, women are supposed to be better off than men, but not this woman. This woman is even cruel to herself. All right? Joel is so greedy. She's so material and money motivated until she don't even have time for her own child. You know, I like Delon. You know, Delon can talk. Delon can really talk. But I can feel in his conversation some sense of gratitude. You know, AB, and it is good though. To be honest with you, it is very, very good. When somebody do good for you, you got to have that, gratitude towards them. Look, Joel would have already said a whole lot of stuff about Joel, but he just decided to let it go because what? Joel called on him, according to Dylan, the way he worked at the speaker office every snow at the time, got things very organized in a professional manner. According to Dylan, Joel called him to do that same kind of job for her. And you know, even people that get bachelor degree, master degree, to some extent PhD, it's not easy to get Joel, not part of the party. So they don't still have that gratitude towards Joel. But you know, Joel is so greedy for money. She's so money motivated until she didn't even know what to say. And even when she says, she doesn't remember it. You know, Joel served a keynote speaker doing Dallas Delon Rehabilitation Center grand opening. Do you remember that program, Eddie?
Yeah, I remember. She served as guest speaker. Yeah, I know about that.
Guest speaker. Joel served as guest speaker. She narrated her own family story. That when I got to know this is the only child Joel has. That child is a drug addict. This child is a Zogo. Adult child is a Zogo. And that is the only child the woman got in her whole life. Her other stepson, Chucky Taylor, in jail for 99 years. The man that she stayed married to using her brand name, Charles Taylor, is in jail for 65 years, and she doesn't worry about those things. She was just sick. She got CPAP machine. If you don't know, CPAP machine is a breathing machine. When you got asthma to that degree, you need that to be able to sleep so you can't die in your sleep. That's what you are using. But she's talking about Joseph Waka coming down. Whereby she cannot even smell cologne, my people.
The cologne scent can get her one hard time.
She cannot smell cologne, she will die.
The cologne scent can get Drew a hard time.
She cannot smell grass burning, she will die. Okay? That's the situation, that's the health condition she got. But she doesn't worry about that. Every day, she wants her budget to go up. Another thing that gave you hard on that main business. The main business. The woman appetite is to the highest peak when it comes to that. Even her age cannot stop it. Okay? How can you serve a guest speaker to open a rehabilitation center built by somebody that worked with you as a chief of office staff? That person is a senator. Then you want to denigrate that person because you fired them. And you didn't even fire them because they did wrong. You fired them because your colleagues asked you to do so. and the person challenge you, open it, bring the letter so we can look at the content of my dismissal. You can't even bring it forward. You vice president. How you go so low? You go so low. Below elementary standard. Then you won't believe.
Keep your call coming out on.
Just we are. Direct Taylor leadership will give prosperous Liberia.
Keep your call coming out on keep your call coming out on 763-283-6903, or you can keep your call coming out on 267-938-2801, or you can call us on WhatsApp on 215-266-6509. Once more, the number to call us 763-283-6903, or you can call us on 267-938-2801. That is the number to call to be part of the Manifesta Nabraka Talk Show.
Okay.
You have a caller?
So we got our first caller.
I'm asking you whether you have caller there.
Not yet. So it is just sad. It is sad, and this is some of the reasons why I like to listen to Barack. Barack is a philosopher. Barack Obama is my man. I know a lot of former American presidents lived, very good people, but I just feel interest in following Obama, including reading his books. There has been no excuse yesterday, and there is no excuse today.
We have a caller here.
Our policy makers, including presidents and vice presidents, past and current, to give any reason why our country continues to fail. No excuse. No excuse. There is nothing so much more impossible on the part of our political leadership to make our country better. It is not impossible.
We have our first caller here.
They don't want to do it because of political.
Caller, what is your name and where are you calling on from?
My name is Jerome Davis. I'm calling guy from Dallas, Texas.
Go ahead, Jerome.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Jerome.
Yeah, thank you.
Caller, hold on, I'm coming to you. Hold on.
On social media, the platform is good. But my only thing I would say is we have to balance some stuff that's going on, in Liberia. With me, I don't support no party in Liberia.
Okay.
But, we have to see the truth and say the truth and encourage each other to work together.
Okay.
Instead of just sitting down criticizing one person when everybody, can work collectively to rebuild Liberia.
Okay, thank you. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, brother Eddie, my name is Melvin Tai, and I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Melvin, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I've been following your show for a very long time.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm very, very happy, I was able to, at least give a little bit of my point of view tonight.
Mm-hmm.
As a young man, I grew up in this country, and Liberia is what I can say is that all we have.
Mm-hmm.
But with all the negativity, we the youth are coming up, and we seeing the so-called president that people were expected to be the savior of the country.
I'm telling you.
He have become a downgrade of the country. These are the type of things people say, oh, Liberia is not progressing because the type of negativities, the regional killing, and all the type of things that are going on now. One day, our so-called president, however, come out to even talk or to say anything about this thing. Some of us it's so hard. Like we've been in this place, we want to go back to see our country, our resources over there. People are misusing it. Our people are suffering. People are suffering, but our so-called Liberians are over there. I don't know when they're going to open their eyes to see the real thing that's going on in Liberia. It's just so painful. You tell the people, say, oh, we're going to carry power, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, but you have become a pain into the people. But I'm sorry for me saying that, but it's so bad. How can you become somebody like you call yourself war bed, this and that, that's it? We're not talking about football, we're talking about you developing your country. The road like you are never built. You over there stealing the country of money. You taking rights from your lower country, selling, you lying to your people. How you expect for the people to respect you, or how you expect for the youth that coming up for them to follow your footsteps? Or because of you running away from America for child support to go to Liberia for Liberian people to put you in seat to get you power? Is that how you going to treat them? No. You over there building almost $200 to $300 million worth of a house for Jackie Appiah, and she's going to go marry a Ghanaian man. You not ashamed of yourself? Come on, man. We see this thing every day. We are human. People we get on the field, we hurt. People are dying for hunger. There's a lot of Liberian children in Liberia over there today. They don't even get even $1 to even eat for them to go to bed.
I'm telling you.
But you go to Jamaica, resources, you smoke your weed, not getting your Jawasi continent, your charge it up, or what you need, or spell for say, to give you a song. Jawasi continent where they're killing all over around the country. You're not saying nothing about it. But you're over there putting an innocent woman in prison for no reason. What you're trying to prove? This is so embarrassing to the country. This is the reason that there's nobody, no one want to go in Liberia to even do any development. You see, it's so frustrating. It's so hard. There's a lot of Liberians in this country, a lot of millionaires in this country. But see, people want to take that money back. Who know? Because they talk about government that we have. That one where our father minister will disrupt papers around. Lying to the people. All the people you're saying, well, you're not going to make a nothing. You're make something out of it.
Thank
you. You know how simple it is. We cannot export in Liberia, but we can let people.
Thank you.
Small country that Sierra Leone.
Thank you.
Instead of man is this and that is this. But look at what Sierra Leone doing.
Thank you.
You're going to go take rest from Sierra Leone. He's coming to get lie to your people in Liberia. Thank you. How many million dollars get to people? Where is the proof?
Thank you. We'll go to you out there.
All right. Are you there, caller? All right. Yes, I'm here, Francis. I'm here. This is George again. I'm calling from Texas.
All right, go right ahead.
On this, dissolving the LCC and the $65 million go. I'll tell you why. Unless we don't have great or good prosecutors in Liberia, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They can do whatever they want to do. They don't dissolve the LCC or whatever. Look, you don't have to go. We don't have, because the main thing is the statute of limitation. They're trying to make sure the statute of limitation runs out. But the state.
Wow, we lost him. We lost the caller.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Instead of filing criminal charges, instead of trying to run out the statute of limitation, the state can file several suit. That is, you go after the property in question, not the individual. So they can't skip that. And even that we'll talk about the statute of limitation. There is no statute of limitation against humanity. Crime against humanity. There is no statute of limitation for that. That is under the international code. So they're just wasting their time. They're wasting their time. One way or the other, they will face justice. I don't care what they do. And besides that, there's $65 million loan and all this stuff going on. I think that Joseph Boycott, he needs to address the nation. He needs to tell the Liberian people the state of the nation and what Liberia is diving into. This loan is not over yet. This loan can still be denied by whosoever that's going to give this loan to the Liberian government. Okay? The Liberian people just need to cause noise and make sure all our international partners are made aware that at this time, $65 million for Liberia is not needed. So Joe Biden, I want to be our president tomorrow. He needs to show leadership now. If he cannot do something about this, address the Liberian people and our international partner concerning this loan, then which means he's not ready to leave. His leadership starts now.
All right, caller. Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right.
Bye-bye. David, do we have another caller there?
No, we don't have another caller here.
All right, let me do my commercial briefly, okay? So, folks, Kangoma Multi-Services Consulting, family-based immigration and visa consultancy. We are your immigration paperwork people on the block. Immigrants serving immigrant communities here in America and abroad. If you want to file for your loved one, it could be your husband, it could be your wife. If you are married, your children, small children, adult children, the baby children, you want to do your citizenship, you want to renew your green card, and maybe you want to do adjustment or start somebody can visiting church conference, some kind of conference visiting, you see each other, you love each other, you get married. We can use that paper to adjust your starter and you get your paperwork running. If you want to do boyfriend and girlfriend paperwork, for example, under the fiancé visa procedure, we can also help you do that. If you want to do visiting visa, we can do that. If you want to do something we call affidavit of support, maybe life and auto insurance, we can also do that. Student visa, employment visa, we are all into that. So, we are also doing professional on the phone consultation 24/7, up to 15-20 minutes. You don't have to pay anything to us for that. Maybe you started your process with a law friend or maybe with somebody else, maybe yourself. And you want to ask questions, or maybe you are planning to do something about the process that maybe to file for your loved one. It could be anybody. You don't know where to get started? You can call us. We provide you free guidance where to get started on the phone. If you want us to sit down on the computer to do your paper, that's when we have to do some memorandum understanding in terms of payment. All right, so if you want to do some local documents, America calls it civil documents. In Liberia, birth certificate, passport, maybe marriage certificate, traditional, and more. Give our a call on 267-648-8012, 701-330-4693. 267-648-8012, 701-330-4693. Our web address is www.kangomaconsulting.com, www.kangomaconsulting.com. Our agency is not a law firm because we are not lawyers. So just so you know, we got this, and that's why we are doing it. So give us a call. Help us to help you. We get so many things we are doing in our little corner. We've been working with some people in the community now. They are giving us some faster feedback. And folks, it will work for you. And we did good. Please go on our website and just give a 5-star, or maybe on Google. You can do it there. Our name's running on Google. That will really help us to achieve. You know, this is America. We can get started small, we grow, you know. So that will really be good for us, especially citizenship people. Because that is just between 3 to 4 months, everything finished. You get your citizenship certificate and we're done with you. If we fighting for somebody on the basis of the law, it might go a little longer than citizenship. But citizenship is the easier one. Fiancé visa is going a little longer too. But the good news is it will happen. That's a bottom line. So if you didn't get the information for whatever reason, go on our Facebook page, Liberia Today Media. Everything I say is right there. The flyers here that I usually show you, I'm going to show you again. This flyer is right there. Tonight, I'm going to pin the number too so you can see it better. All right? That is our flyer. You go on our Facebook page, Liberia Today Media, you will see it right there, and you can get all the information from there, my people. Help us to help you, okay? I'm going to pin the number, don't worry about that. So, AB, back to you, my brother.
Yeah, so for me, I think it would just be good we just end the discussion here because we have done our best. Nothing else we can do besides our best. So let us try to be our brother's keepers, as my friend and brother Francis has said. Let us promote our own. Let us promote our own. With that being said, Francis, if you want to give your parting statement, and then.
All right, AB, just a few seconds. If you have anything to say, be saying it. Let me get done with what I'm doing quick, please.
Yeah. So if the Larampo think, I'm going to say this continuously, if the Larampo think that George Weah is helping them, then why Uncle Joe and Madam Slave did for them 5 years ago, let it vote them into power again. If you think that George Weah is doing better for the populations compared to what Madam Salif did and Uncle Joe did, then vote them into power again. Back to you, Francis.
All right, so our senior citizen here, Man Tita Brown, I will get to you based on your request when I'm done. And folks for Kagoma Multi-Services Consulting, Family-Based Immigration and Visa Consultancy, I just posted the numbers. Those two numbers are all over the place, including WhatsApp. Okay? Anybody you want to bless us, these numbers are all ready to go on Zelle and Cash App. We accept it with gratitude. Just so you know, this is not an easy work. You might not understand it until you find yourself doing it. It is tough. There are a lot of people as big as they are, they can do it every day. And we're not getting anything from anywhere. Everything you see us doing here is something that we push our cartoons. We take small things and put it here to keep it going. Sometimes we come to you, you help us to get it going. That's all we do. We ain't got nobody in our political corner like the millionaires from Coca-Cola. We ain't get there, okay? Just so you know. So help us to help you. All right, so folks, on the serious note, let me be honest with you. There are people in the corner of George Weah and Joel Taylor. They are speculating this notion that Mada Bio, the president of Sierra Leone, won the election in Sierra Leone, so they're going to win too. You know, this African scenario, incumbent don't lose. That's true, but Donald Trump lost here though. But the next argument is that America here. So go to Africa. Incumbent don't lose, right? No problem. We're here. Liberia is very good at making history. Even if I say incumbent lost in the Gambia, Yaya Jammeh that did well for that country, but put that time away anyway. He lost. Right? So, but we can show you multiple countries around the region. But when it comes to the mindset of CDC, they will never take it. Anything that goes against them is not for them. The one that work for them, that work for them. They don't believe in reality. They believe in triviality and party mandates. But the simple thing here is, like the old man said the last time, you cannot buy power. If you want power, you want to stay in power, you got to do better for the people. Your story got to resonate. Your public policy agenda must serve the interests of the people and based on your own manifesto, the promises, the political promises, or the campaign promises you made to the people. According to our so-called corrupt legions population house, They say the population in Liberia is about 5.24 million people now. No, 5.4 million people. That's what they say. Let you only constant. Even if we say that 6 million human beings in Liberia, today, the last time I checked, we get 3 to 4 countries that got lower population than us in West Africa. Togo, the Gambia, Benin, Principe, and Sao Tome. That's it. The rest of the countries around us, they're all ahead of us in terms of population. Sierra Leone is ahead of us. Africa, I don't even go there. There are human beings plenty there. You can go to Ghana. You can even try Guinea. But all the countries around us, everything you think about, including tolerance, democratic tolerance, the people ahead of us. But let's leave the countries out because Africa, like Europe for Liberian standard. Africa, like Europe. Sierra Leone, in the midst of everything Mother Bio government have been doing, a little bit reasonable. I went to Liberia, I went to Kenya, I didn't reach to Freetown. The Sierra Leoneans are not still certified. It just we have what Mother Bio telling they out of power because Sierra Leone were taken out of power. Because what? There's so almost the same thing that happened in Sierra Leone that the same thing happened to us in Liberia. Because of corruption, over 200,000 Sierra Leoneans were killed in Sierra Leone as a result of civil war. Because of corruption in Liberia, in our public space, over 250,000 people were killed because of civil war. So we are frustrated. We are disappointed in our leaders. That is a fight. That is a piece of history you can never take away. And the very reasons why we are where we are continue to permeate in our political space by government looters, headed by George Weah and George Taylor. They would have been looting our country as early as 22 years old, and she's still looting the country because of political power, greed, and money motivation. Joe Weah started working for government as early as 18 years old at the level of the Lone Star, young professional. As early as 18 years old. Today, what's the age of George Weah? You don't know his age. And there's a Joseph Walker is the only one I've been working for government. If he played for Lone Star is owned and managed by government of Liberia through Ministry of Youth and Sport and LFA, Liberia Football Association. How can you say you don't work for government? How can your president say not politician? To fool the people? Drug is killing people in our country. Good. International drugs that the man is doing better. So my people, all of us got to amalgamate forces, democratic forces, on the basis of common interest, which is Liberia, to rescue our country. And the only way we're going to succeed doing that, those of us that register to vote, we must show up to our respective polling places that we register to vote Josh Weah out. And what happened in Bio case? You know, people don't read history. Go to 2005 all the way to 2017. Nobody has won election in our country. One point. Until we go to the runoff. The last time we went to runoff, George Weah, with the runoff support from Prince Joseph Nima County, did not even get over 800,000 votes. We can guarantee George Weah and his indigenous looters that we will give him up to 2 million votes because we only need 850,000 to win. But that would be small because we want to beat him to a point where he will run away with Donald Trump. And he's not going to Grand Crew. He will either go to UAE or he will go to France. Joy Howard Taylor will go to Ghana. That's it. Because she can't come here. So my people, we want to say thank you plenty for coming tonight. to listen to us, and those of you that will come later to listen to us. Let us do it together. All right? Let us think Liberia, love Liberia, and with collective effort, build Liberia for all of us, regardless of our style. I want to say thank you for coming, and we see you tomorrow on What's on Your Mind. Popular. Baby.
This fellow that sang this song. Now, he is my classmate, my former classmate. Yeah, he and I, we used to be in Upper Starlet Foundation High School. So we went to the school, we graduated together. But this boy used to learn singing. He used to learn singing so bad. Yeah, but yeah, I'm very happy for me to be able to promote his music as I learned that.
He's so motivated. And guess what? He's a crew now.
Yeah, he is a crew.
He said it on Class Reloaded. He said his family come from the bush part of Grand Crew, and just Weah family come from the urban part of Grand Crew. I don't know whether Grand Crew really got
yeah, so yeah, so
hey,
we'll see.
You made a party for a while now, so he's supporting Joe Walker every 2017. Wow, man, he's really good at music. He's really good.
Yeah, he been struggling to make music from day one up to the time that we graduated from high school. Instead of all of us trying for us to be able to go to college, that boy just going to music school. The boy just keep on going to music school, but I'm very much proud of him. He doing his best.
Yeah.
As I learned that he is in Nigeria.
Yeah, in Nigeria, he said.
Yeah. As I learned that he is in Nigeria, so yeah. So I hope that we can be able to host him here.
Yeah, but I think he he said on Class Reloaded that right now he gave God the glory so bad. It's nothing else he's doing besides music, and that's what he lives by.
Yeah. But our inboxing.
Other Liberians, gospel singers, and he was able to sign, I think, multiple of them with one secular artists to some group, something like that. Yeah.
Our inboxing and pretty soon we'll soon have him on our show.
Yeah, we got to have it. I love this guy music. I love it. I even been going after the gospel. So fiery song the man you sing.
Yeah, but he and I we went to the same school, graduated together. So yeah. All right. Okay. Folks, good night and see you when we see you. Bye bye for now.
Sure, baby.